How can I marry a man I detest?
Oh, come now, Liz, you're exaggerating. You're much fonder of me.
To be fair, historically speaking, you would not be in the minority as a woman marrying a man she detests.
Dark shadows.
Hello there, I am Joel Sharpton. I am one half of the Articulate Coven, and you're watching my watch of the original supernatural soap opera, Dark Shadows. We are up to episode 246 today. I am very excited for where this storyline is headed. I do think, though, we've got to be coming to a resolution sometime pretty soon, at least on this particular branch. And again, I want to ask, how long can Barnabas stay, unnoticed in town as far as the fact that his arrival coincides with all of the bad goings on recently? I do want to remind you that your arrival here at this video on YouTube could have come much earlier if you had tried it at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do on Patreon, including these Dark Shadows videos, but we also cover the works of Anne Rice. We have a sister show called Flan Again, where we talk about the works of Mike Flanagan. We've got all sorts of great stuff up there at articulatecoven.com/join, or search for Articulate Coven on Patreon. All right, let's watch episode 246 of Dark Shadows.
Because she harbors a secret that could destroy her.
The knock sound effects, I don't know why the Foley being inconsistent is one of the things that really bugs me about this show, but it is one of the things, it's one of the nits that I want to pick. Particularly if you watch more than one episode at a time, which I often do, a little peek behind the scenes. I tend to try to watch 2 at least when I sit down. Often I'll shoot for 3 at a time, and then I'll edit them, separately later. But when you're watching more than one episode back to back, and even from a Tuesday to a Wednesday, for instance, or a Monday to a Tuesday, the clock chime changes, or the door sound changes, or something like that. Or you hear the exact same dog howl, so it's clear they're just playing the same record they played yesterday. That sort of thing gets you in a modern age where you are sort of binging them, even if you're just watching 2 or 3 at a time. It is something that you have to remind yourself. Back in the day, where it's like you're rushing home from school, this is the highlight of your afternoon. It was not the same thing.
Hello, Liz.
Richard, come in.
Okay. Oh, now I knew, what was his name? Frank, the younger Garner, had been written off the show. Somebody told me that already. He disappeared. He was dating Vicky, and it was getting serious. He was taking over an office in Collinwood, or Collinsport, excuse me. And then boom, it's gone. Now, I think that partially happened because they basically went into this supernatural storyline and they weren't doing the, romance of the orphan. But good to see the Daddy Garner's not gone.
Hello, Mr. Garner. I didn't know you were coming here today.
Well, I hadn't planned to until I got your mother's phone call. What's the emergency, Liz?
Let's go into the drawing room.
She gonna see whether she got to get married or not. I think I even said in the last episode, oh, it's a shame the lawyer's not around anymore.
Mr. Garner, I heard? Yes. Something terrible is about to happen, Vicky. I can sense it. I feel like we're all sitting on a keg of dynamite. And any minute it's going to explode.
I mean, first of all, very good cold open, I would say. And again, it's a great example of how even once the vampire comes in and is the center of things for this show, it doesn't have to only be about the vampire. genuinely impressed. And it is, I think, and maybe this will be different when we finally get there. From what I remember of the reboot series, which was my entry into this franchise, when the reboot series started on NBC back in the 90s, that's my first introduction to Dark Shadows. And I remember my mom saying, oh yeah, it was on TV when I was a kid. But I never saw this version until this watch that I'm doing now with you. That 90s version, though, from what I remember, just totally centered around the vampire of it all. Maybe I'm wrong. It also only got like a 13 episode run. I really can't wait to get there. But we've got a long way to go, don't we?
I don't understand you, Liz.
What do you mean?
Well, you tell me to drop everything and get right up here. Now that I'm here, you hem and haw and refuse to get to the point.
Well, I assume I'm still legally married.
Well, of course. I begged you to start divorce proceedings years ago, but you wouldn't.
Well, perhaps it's time.
Well, it's high time, I'd say.
Would it be difficult for me to get a divorce?
Easiest thing in the world.
As easy as that?
No judge in the world would refuse to grant a divorce to a woman whose husband deserted her 18 years ago.
I mean, that is certainly true. Paul didn't own anything, is my assumption, because the money is all Colin's money, controlled by Liz Stoddard. But Paul Stoddard was, just a bum, was my understanding, pretty much. I should have thought about the fact that she needs to talk about divorce before she can talk about marriage or not.
Why are you suddenly thinking about divorce after all these years?
Because I want to break off all ties with Paul Stoddard.
Oh. For a minute, I thought maybe you were considering getting married again.
No, of course I'm not.
Perhaps you...
Didn't he make a pitch previously, or at least allude to it? He's like, I've tried to make you see that you could move on with life. I swear he did that earlier.
should get married again. I've often thought that.
I'm not thinking of getting married. Who would I marry?
Good morning. Oh, didn't realize.
Ding dong. Ugh. It's almost like they staged that.
Oh, of course. Do you want me to start drawing up the divorce papers right away?
I'll phone you.
Well, it's not necessary to make any delay, do you think, Liz?
I'll phone you.
All right. Don't bother to come to the door. I know my way.
Goodbye, Richard.
Goodbye, Liz.
Goodbye, Mr. Garner. It was a pleasure meeting you. A real pleasure.
My pleasure. Goodbye.
You can smell the oil coming off of Jason Maguire through this black and white TV screen. Goodness gracious.
Well, Liz, so you decided to start the ball rolling, eh?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do.
Well, of course, you're going to get a divorce. And then you're going to marry me. That's the purpose for the divorce.
How can I marry a man I detest?
Oh, come now, Liz, you're exaggerating. You know, you're much fonder of me.
To be fair, historically speaking, you would not be in the minority as a woman marrying a man she detests.
I loathe the sight of you.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Because I'm so very fond of you.
Don't say that because it isn't true.
Well, no. Would I marry a woman I wasn't fond of? And we're going to get married, Liz. And we're going to be happy. Very happy.
Oh, no. See, I literally didn't even want to interrupt. I had my fingers crossed that there would be a B story of this episode that we'd be introduced to right away. I was like, surely this won't be a Jason-only episode. It might be.
All of the secretaries are staying home because of these attacks that have been happening. They're afraid to leave their houses. We were terribly understaffed, and even I had to help out with the clerical work.
Did you?
Well, everybody did.
Thank you.
Everybody, that is, except your friend, Jason McGuire, who didn't even bother to come into the office.
Now, see, I thought Roger was just patting himself on the back. But no, he was trying to poke Liz. Okay. I don't think I said it, but I was thinking it earlier. You know, Jason's got her on the ropes here to a degree. She's rolling with Jason's plan. And so, like, why does he need to come in and act aggressively? Like, sometimes less is more, my man. He's got to show up in front of the lawyer. He's got to poke her about it afterwards. He's got to demand, et cetera, et cetera. He's like always pressing the attack. Same thing sort of with Roger here. Like, you could just remind your sister what a friend she has in you, our dear loving brother, rather than constantly reminding her that you hate that guy that she's keeping around for whatever reason.
Roger,
Yes?
I have something to tell you.
Well, what is it?
I saw Richard Garner this afternoon, and I'm thinking of going ahead with the proceedings for a divorce.
Why, Liz, I'm delighted to hear it.
Wait till you hear why. Wait till you hear why, Roger. I don't think you're going to be quite so delighted.
I'm delighted, Liz. Really delighted.
So am I.
We didn't have much luck with marriage, did we? Neither one of us.
No.
Well, perhaps we're people who never meant to be married.
Funny enough, your exes are not that far apart, geographically speaking. I mean, that's not true exactly for Laura, right? She didn't stay a pile of ashes. She evaporated into her phoenixness, but her final resting place and Paul's are pretty close to each other, actually.
Both of us.
I wouldn't say that.
What?
I wouldn't say that I wasn't meant to be married.
Yes, but you've always maintained that your marriage was one of the worst mistakes of your life.
I was talking about one marriage, not marriage in general.
Well, still, you feel the same as I do. You wouldn't consider a second marriage.
It's a very authoritative statement that you're about to have to swallow like your brandy.
I don't expect to marry again.
Well, it even amazes me that you would consider the possibility.
It isn't a possibility. A woman gets lonely, that's all I meant.
Liz, are you hinting something?
No, of course not.
Well, it sounds like you are.
Well, I'm not.
Liz?
Oh, good evening, good evening.
Well, the invalid.
Okay, first of all, this is one of the few times I'm going to clap for Roger's witticisms. That's twice now, Jason. It's twice that someone else was having a private conversation and you just decided to bust into it in this very episode, sir.
Well, only because Liz makes me feel so welcome here. So much a part of the family.
Whose family?
Why, Liz's family, of course.
Liz may consider you a member of this family. I certainly don't.
Well, you know, you just may have to change your opinion about that.
What do you mean by that?
Ask Liz.
Liz, what's he talking about?
I'm sure I don't know, and I have to see Mrs. Johnson about dinner.
Okay, it's been weeks now since Mrs. Johnson has actually been on the show, but Liz keeps using her as an excuse to end a scene, and it is... Mrs. Johnson is permanently locked in the kitchen. Oh, man. Maybe this hairstyle was already happening earlier in the episode, but I didn't notice it. I love this. I guess it's just up in a bun, but I really like this hairstyle for Victoria.
Do you suppose they'll ever find Maggie Evans? I'm beginning to doubt it. That madman, whoever he is, must have gotten to her and taken her away with him from the hospital.
Frightening thought.
Everything about the things that have been happening is frightening. And I can't help thinking it might have been one of us. And who's going to be next?
Keryn, please don't talk about it.
Well, I can't help thinking about it.
Neither can I.
I'm sure the writers can't either. They're like, all right, how can we get it? How can we get this vampire story on to the next person without it being a real problem?
Well, here you are, kitten. Well, I've got some news for you.
Oh, my.
Either your mother has taken leave of her senses, or I have.
What is it, Uncle Roger? What are you talking about?
Well, to begin with, she saw Garner today. She's thinking of starting divorce proceedings against your father.
So that's why Mr. Garner was here.
Well, is it such a bad idea for Mother to get a divorce? Feeling the way she does about my father?
Well, that in itself is a splendid idea. But it's the motive for getting a divorce that astonishes me. Either I've lost my mind, or your mother was hinting, and hinting very strongly, that she's thinking of marrying again.
Mother?
Yes, she was making all sorts of schoolgirl pronouncements about being alone and needing someone.
I mean, you're exaggerating a little bit now there, Roger. She did hint that she was thinking about getting married again. And then Jason hinted that there was something maybe going on with the two of them. And you can draw that conclusion if you want to. She made no schoolgirl insinuations.
I scarcely believe my ears.
But Mother can't get married again. Who would she marry?
Who is the only man she's seen for months outside of the family? Who's already insinuated his way into this house and now into the family business?
Jason McGuire.
None other.
You must be kidding.
I wish I were.
I can't believe that Mrs. Stoddard would even think of marrying him.
Of course she wouldn't. She detests him, no matter what she says.
All I know is...
Okay, Carolyn. Okay, Carolyn. But who was in this very room yesterday, cozying up to Jason, asking for stories about your daddy? I understand. As a kid who lost a parent, it's complicated. I was a grown man before I lost my dad, and it's still complicated. But, ma'am.
He came into the room when we were talking and hinted very strongly that he was going to be a member of this family very soon, and your mother didn't contradict him.
I can't believe it.
Well, I prefer not to. I prefer to think that either your mother has taken leave of her senses or I have.
I know one thing for sure. My mother wouldn't even think of marrying that man unless he were exerting some kind of pressure on her.
Yes.
Threatening her in some way.
It's called blackmail. It's called blackmail, and y'all both know where the reason lies.
I can't let it happen. I can't.
Well, how do you propose to stop her? She won't listen to you. She has a will of iron when she's not around McGuire.
I'll find out what he knows about her and expose him.
I can't help but think it has something to do with that room in the basement.
Thank you. Thank you, finally, somebody for mentioning it. Goodness.
Locked room, yes.
Your mother gets terrified whenever it's mentioned. There must be a reason for it.
She has something hidden in there. Something she doesn't want us to see. And Jason knows about it, and that's his hold over her.
Carolyn, you could be jumping to a lot of wrong conclusions.
I mean, the first one is that she's smiling about it. Even if you're exactly right, the fact that Liz is willing to let him hold this over her means that the secret's got to be pretty terrible, right? Like you maybe you couldn't imagine possibly that it's the body of your father, but like you gotta think it's not going to be just like some love letters from when they were children or something. Like, come on.
I'm going to get that key from my mother. I'm going to get into that room.
She won't give it to you, Carolyn. You know that.
Then I'll steal it from her or break in there. But I've got to find out what's in that room. I've got to.
The time to have solved this mystery would have been while Liz was out of the house and the nurse had left the key.
Oh, why don't you sit down? Dear Liz, you look exhausted.
Don't call me that.
Well, why not? After all, you are very dear to me.
Don't, please.
Mother,
Carolyn, what do you want?
please give me the key to the room in the basement.
Just going, I appreciate your directness, Carolyn. Also, you got to know that that is not going to work.
Start all that again.
Well, at least you have to give Carolyn credit for being persistent.
Wait a minute. Well, he said persistent, not direct, but still, Jason and I almost agreed with each other for a minute.
Carolyn, if you care for me at all, please stop this.
Mother, don't you see? I'm trying to help you.
Help me?
I know this man has some kind of hold over you, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with that room in the basement.
That's insane.
Just peel the Band-Aid off. Elizabeth, you're so close here. You almost told her the other day anyway. You tried to tell her what a bad dude her father was. Like, if you admit, yeah, he's trying to blackmail her, he's trying to blackmail you, they'll all help you. Like, it'll be fine. Even though you killed Paul.
Then let me find out for myself.
No,
What are you hiding, Mother? What's down there?
I'm not hiding anything. I've told you what's down there. Some things that belong to your father.
I don't believe that. I think there's much more in that room than just some old clothes.
Some old clothes with some old bones in it, and they all belong to Paul.
You know, Carolyn, I think you should get into that room in the basement.
Why?
Well, if only to prove that I'm not quite the villain you imagine me to be. To prove that there's nothing more there than what your mother said. Some of your father's belongings. I'd even get you the key.
And how do you plan to do that?
Well, simple. I'll just ask your mother for the key.
And she'll give it to you when she won't give it to me.
Well, if I approach her in the right fashion. Just give me a few days, and I'll speak to her when she's not quite so upset.
I don't believe you'll speak to my mother, and I don't believe she'll give you the key.
I know we're right at the end of this episode, but I just want to remind everyone one more time. Dennis Patrick is an amazing actor for how much he can make me hate Jason Maguire. It's a lot. I hate him a lot.
Don't be too sure, Carolyn. Your mother is very anxious for you to accept me.
I don't believe that either, Jason. I don't believe a word you say. And I won't rest until you're out of this house.
Well, now. We'll see about that, dear girl. We'll see about that.
All right. I said it in the last episode. At this point, I am decidedly in the camp of hoping that it is Carolyn that does Jason Maguire in the end. Speaking of Carolyn, Nancy Barrett, pretty good episode for her. Appreciate her work always. Appreciate your work watching this video, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Hey, you want to get these videos early, ad-free, more often? You can get it all at articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. Sure do appreciate our patrons who are already supporting us there. All right, we'll be back with episode 247 before you know it, so stay tuned right here on the Articulate Coven.